Johnny Rock Show, Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.
I'm loving it. Rockin' 101. You're on the air. Please don't swear. Is this Spike? Is Spike there? Hello?
It is, sir.
Hey, hey. What's that? I didn't know. Usually we have a pre-interview interview. Let me introduce you. Well, Spike Feresten, comedian, TV writer, and now the YouTube show Spike's Car Radio with Jerry Seinfeld. They basically talk about cars. New episodes drop, as the kids would say, every Wednesday. How you doing? I've never had the pleasure.
It's nice to meet you, too. I'm doing great this morning.
Well, I love having you on the show because I've been playing this little 1-second clip all morning.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. You ever hear that? And people yell that at you when you're walking through the airport. Hey, no soup. No soup for you. Yeah.
No soup for you.
I mean, it's like, I bet you're doing your taxes and your accountant goes, oh, one other thing.
No soup for you.
Seriously, does that ever go away?
It doesn't appear. I mean, it's here this morning.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, yeah. What am I going to do? Well, I'm a big. I'm not like you, a car buff, but you have some amazing things on your Car Talk show, and I want to hear about the cars. And what's, in your opinion, why is it like comedians and the creative types really go for these cars? Like Jay Leno, he's, everyone knows that. But I didn't know you were so into it. What goes?
It is interesting, isn't it? And I think it's because comedians are fun experts and cars are fun. That's one thing I've seen. And then, these are just guys like you. We all like these things. And, guys like Jay Leno, they make an awful lot of money. They just buy more of them than we do,
Right. Was this how it was when you were a kid? I mean, like, if you were like me, I would read, Motor Trend and all these magazines. Were you always into it?
Yeah. Well, I asked my mom that years ago. I said, this car thing is a little bit of an obsession. She sent me this little preschool piece of paper from when I was 2 years old or something that just said, he loves cars. She goes, I've saved this for you, and I've been meaning to show it to you. And I go, well, I guess that explains everything. But, cars for me in my hometown in Massachusetts were an obsession. I primarily just wanted to drive away from Massachusetts in them and go places and see the world. But, anything from go-karts to motorcycles were a bit of an obsession for me and frankly, still are. And that's what this channel is all about. It's, me and my friends, some of them from the entertainment world, which I also love, and the stuff that we're talking about, the stuff, that we buy and that we drive, and the stuff that I drive from manufacturers. I try to communicate, here's what it's really like to own them. I'm beholden to no one. I'm going to tell you what it's really like to step out of a Bentley and drop your kid off at school. It's not good. The parents hate you, but that's what our show does.
I can imagine. Our guest, comedian, TV writer Spike Feresten, and his new show, Spike's Car Radio. New episodes drop every Wednesday, and he talks about cars with Jerry Seinfeld. I used to always go to the auto show that would come. In Minnesota, it's not as big as Detroit's, but it was big. And back in the day, they would leave these, $110,000, $150,000 Mercedes with the doors open. And I saw some poor SOB. He'd let his 7-year-old son sit in the car, and the kid spilled a milkshake in the front seat.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what those cars are for.
Exactly.
That's what those cars are for. I just spent a week in an electric G-Wagon, which I really wanted to hate, but it was fantastic. I mean, I absolutely love it. To me, it's the best G-Wagon they've ever made, and it plugs in. And the only problem I could find with it was the price. It was $200,000. But man,
now
I'd get it in a hot second if I had some extra cash laying around.
Now, this week's episode, it says Jerry Seinfeld talks about how you supposedly turned down $25 million for a car you had at auction, or is he just joking around?
Well, today it's Jim Farley, CEO of Ford. But last week or 2 weeks ago, it was, Jerry commenting on his Porsche 917 that he's owned for 20 years. Steve, the camera car from the movie Le Mans, owned by Solar Productions, which was Steve McQueen's production company. And yes, he confirmed that it was hammered unsold, but then a few days later sold privately. That the new buyer didn't want all of the cameras and microphones in his face. And so he kind of patiently waited and hoped that it wouldn't be sold on stage.
Wow.
Who that is, I don't know.
No, wow. No car for you.
Nothing for you.
No car for you.
Nothing for you.
Well, we can't let you go without asking, how did the whole phenomenon of Seinfeld, did you join, do I have this right? Did you join after Larry David left?
No, I did a year with Larry.
Okay.
In fact, I went the previous year and pitched and didn't get hired. They only had one slot open, and they hired some guys that were in L.A., a writing team. But the following year, I went to Larry's house and pitched, and he hired me, and, I was, grateful to be able to work with him for a year, and I learned a ton. Learned a ton from him.
Well, it's just, you wrote it. Did you have any idea when you were writing these episodes that, 30 years later, I have friends that were texting me yesterday quoting all these lines from Seinfeld, and not just hello Newman or no soup for you. Just deep cuts. Can you believe it?
No, it's pretty shocking to us. I'm actually hanging out with Jerry later today, and we always laugh about how much more people know about the show than we do. We get stumped all the time. But, Larry and Jerry would say, we want to hear about stories that really happened to you, and not what you did, but what you wanted to do in the moment. And, that little story in your head, like, God, I got rejected by this soup guy that just doesn't, you don't stop thinking about it. And that was generally the place where we would find these stories. And that's exactly what the Soup Nazi was. And when I pitched it to those guys, I remember Larry said, this is all he had said. What else is happening in New York? I wasn't even pitching at that point. And I go, well, we have this ridiculous guy called the Soup Nazi. And they started laughing, going, what?
Oh, my God.
And I go, yeah, he's horrible, horrible guy. But the soup is fantastic, so people put up with his BS.
Oh.
And they were just dying. They were laughing. They go, that's an episode of the show. And I went, what do you mean?
Exactly.
Nothing for you.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it made no sense. We shot it. I remember editing with Larry and thinking, God, this is the worst episode of Seinfeld, and I'm going to get fired.
Oh,
no.
No. Hey, listen.
Here we are.
That actor, the Soup Nazi, he had his own,
Larry.
Yeah, chain of soup restaurants for a while. So, well, listen, comedian TV.
Well, now you're conflating two guys. The real Soup Nazi did.
Okay. The real
guy it was based on, and he completely sabotaged his whole business.
Oh, my
by
God.
Being the guy I portrayed. And then Larry Thomas, the actor, he has a very successful Soup Nazi business where he signs pictures and mugs.
Sure. Wow.
Terrific guy.
Well, who knew? Hey, comedian TV writer Spike Feresten, get the new YouTube channel Spike's Car Radio. It drops new episodes every Wednesday. Hey, come back soon to the Johnny Rock Show, okay? It's been a pleasure.
Anytime, Johnny. Nice meeting you.
You too.
The Johnny Rock Show. Rockin' 101. The Rock.